Oh man, when it's like 7:29, I look at the clock, and my heart starts beating, and I know it's time to go live, man. And things start to race. You're like, oh man, I got something to say. I always got something to say, and I'm like, okay, ready? Oh, it's 7:30. Go, man! Hit the button. Whatever comes out, comes out. You gotta let it rip, potato chip. Come on, let's get it done. We gotta get this thing going. Rock and roll the show on a Monday morning. Get that energy going. I had to get up. I had I have 4 layers of clothes on this morning. I'm not complaining. I'm in Angola, Indiana. I love it, by way of Fort Wayne, by way of Minneapolis. I made one of my cool walking away videos in the airport. It's kind of my signature move. My wife hates it, man. She hates it. I'm going to get frank with you a little bit this morning. I'm going to talk about my wife. I love talking about her. I really do. I love talking about her. She makes me laugh. Just not, she's been on one for a couple of weeks now. Ever since she stopped eating sugar, lost weight. Like, we gotta change. We gotta do better with our diet. We gotta help get our daughters and show a better path. Well, I haven't had sugar, but I had a donut this morning. Oh man, I had Tom's donuts. So good, man. She doesn't watch these shows, so I feel completely comfortable talking about her on because I'm a damn mess. I know I get some mail like on my topics and my headlines, and people are finally kind of getting me. Like, right, there's always, it's like a Seinfeld show. It all comes together at the end. I'm a damn mess. Are you? Are you a mess? Should you be a mess? So I thought I would introduce this show this morning. Yeah. I'll introduce this show this morning and talk about my wife a little bit. She kind of makes me a mess. She makes me laugh. She frustrates me. She makes me organized. She makes me a lot of things. So I thought, man, I would just kind of talk about her a little bit this morning in good faith, good love, and all the things that go along with it. She's just been an amazing person in my life. So am I a damn mess? Are you a damn mess? Are we all a damn mess? I thought maybe we'd kick off this week with a series called I'm a Damn Mess. Are you? And so I know you guys wonder where I'm going with this and what I'm saying and why I do and say the things I do, but I really do have some strategery to what's going on. So I thought I would have some fun and kind of take you through my weekend a little bit. I love it so much. So the whole weekend, basically around Friday after the show, things started to really culminate, and my daughters were going to the Taylor Swift concert, and so this is kind of how I finished up Friday, and I had this topic in my crosshairs for a while now. I get several shows ahead. I enjoyed it a lot, but so I started thinking about I'm a damn mess. I was watching the show on the television, on the streaming television. And the name of the show is, I'm drawing. It's about the soccer coach. And he's a great guy. He's funny. And if you guys can come up with who that is, you can tell me what his name is. Darn it, I love this show. Anyways, stupid, funny show, great show. And anyways, he was talking about, is he a mess? Is he a mess? And I'm like, man, I'm a mess. And so I just grabbed the topic. Good morning, Luther. Good morning, Debbie. Good morning, everybody. Good to see you guys. I'm a damn mess. So these daughters, they just run me ragged in my house, and they're going to Taylor Swift's. They wanted some pictures with Dad, and I'm thinking I'll get a shot. And here's where we are. So I sent these kids off the Taylor Swift show. They had a great time. They got home safely. I flew to Angola, Indiana, where I met with Molly Schuyler. Molly Schuyler is an amazing woman. She drove all the way from Pennsylvania to come meet me at the donut capital of the world, man. And she is arguably the world's greatest female, maybe all-time eater. Her and Joey Chestnut go head to head, and she's 114 pounds, 5'7", amazing person. She drove here to meet me and see the Tom's Donuts and get ready for the event. And so we did some marketing, and this is me and Molly getting ready for the stare down. This is us getting ready for the contest. And I enjoyed it a lot. This is her trying to get her game face on, but you could tell me I was intense. I'm not going to be denied this crown of being stared off. And I just didn't want to get, I wanted to get in her head early, man, because I thought maybe I might get in the eating contest a little bit and have some fun. And this is where she actually rolled up and came to the Wingate, and we had a blast there. When I picked her up, I want to thank Tammy McNichol and Ken Wilson over at JICI for helping us out and putting amazing people up in this community in Angola, Indiana, when we bring stars and corporate people here. What a great community Angola has been for us and to serve so many people. This is Molly. A little bit of her and her reckless, crazy, she's probably has 20 earrings in each ear. She's a tattooed, fun, amazing. She's going to tell you exactly how things are and how they're going. This is where we finally ran into my brother Shane at the donut capital of the world in Angola, Indiana. We had a blast. It was so fun talking about that. And then here's where my brother and we met up when I finally got to town at Marathon Pizza, Sharky's Pizzeria there in Angola. Marathon, they sell Tom's Donuts. I was glad to see my brother and glad to see this man by the name of Matt. He loves America, as you can see. He works there, and he's just been a good fan of ours. But I want to talk to you about now this segue into This Is My Life is a Damn Mess. And this is just kind of what I go through with my wife. So we travel and we do a lot of things together. And I got a whole topic coming up where, my wife gets so frustrated when we fly. Because she wants to get on early, but yet she's not an aggressive boarder, right? She's not aggressive. So what I'm trying to tell you is a setup for this is like when we go to airports, I'm aggressive. Like it's a cattle call. We're diamond, we're first class, we're medallion. And the way it works when you fly, certainly with Delta, is you get in line according to the way you're supposed to board. And they let the older people get on and families get on, and then they let the military people get on. It's all good. And then it's medallion first class award winners, diamond first class award. And then you get on, and then they board you. And that's just the sequence. Well, as everything rolls up to get onto the plane, you have to know your category. It doesn't matter whether you're bronze or you're diamond. You still know your section. And so the diamond is supposed to get up front because everybody's counting on you to go first, go fast, do the process, know your damn job, right? You got to know your job. And my wife, she's not aggressive. Like she doesn't want to cut people off, and she doesn't want to, be assertive in that role. It's like, oh, no, I don't. I'm really uncomfortable up here in first class. I'm really uncomfortable. They go. I'm like, babe, I'm going. Like these people, 100 people behind us are counting on us to funnel in, do it in order, get it right. Don't slow things down. Like she's the one that we're driving in a highway, right? And when lanes merge, she will stop and she will let everybody, like, babe, we got to get to our destination. Oh, I don't want to let somebody. I'm like, you cannot let everybody in. You just can't. And so when we go to the airport, I'm trying to board. I'm trying to do the right thing and get on fast. And sometimes you kind of just get a little ahead of someone. You don't have to say, excuse me, all the time. Everybody knows you just go. They're counting on you to do your job. Not Tracy. Nope. Let you go. A lot of times I'm already on the plane and she's like 4, 5, 6 people behind me. And I'm like, man, all right. So I don't get upset over it. And we're driving down the highway and like, we'll wait until everybody gets in. But then the conflicting side of my wife that makes me crazy is that we'll be driving down the highway And there's a merging, and then everybody knows that they're going to merge up there a mile ahead, and you got to get in one lane. There's always this crazy dude that goes in the right lane and screams past everybody and goes all the way to the end, and then he puts his turn signals on and he forces his way in. And boy, nothing pees my wife off more than that dude. Like, she would let 100 people in at the right time, but if somebody decides to scream up to the front of the line and then cut in front of us, she's not having it. Oh no, she's on one. That person will get run off the road by 100 and nothing pound little lady in a quick heartbeat. And it's like, Todd, you're not to have road rage, but get out and whoop his ass. I mean, she like, okay, she won't say those words, but she's like, we cannot let this guy scream up in the front and cut. I mean, my life's a damn mess. I can't figure her out. But so she just got all these, she's very principled. As long as you know her principles, you're going to be risk good. You're going to do great in life. But it's just conflicting. And so we get on to the airport and we're deciding to sit down. And now then she's saying, well, we got to get on first. We got to do this right, because if you don't put your bags in the overhead, someone's going to take your compartment over your seat. You know they will, because they always do. So we get on, and of course, someone took her compartment above her seat. Miss you can cut in line anytime you want, goes off and says, whose ever bag is above this seat right here, please come and claim it. I'm not sitting down until you get your bag. This portman is above my seat. And I'm like, oh, my gosh. My life's a damn mess. My marriage, my wife. And it's just the way she is. So like we're having, but she's funny sometimes too. And so like we're getting ready to get on the plane, and then another time when a connection in Minnesota and everything, we finally got past loading. We finally got past putting the bags up. We finally got past doing all this. You can get in and you can't get in, and getting past all the rules. And of course, she's miscompliant. She's missed check down. I got to have my seatbelt on done. I'm like, she goes, you can't have the stewardess always asking you to put your seat tray up and lean your seat up and take your buckle on or off. And she's just like in my grill all the time. Like, it's honestly, it's probably easier to fly alone, but I love having her with me. But in this particular flight on the way back, we couldn't get our seats together, and she was cajoling a way to get our seats together. We got a connection in Minnesota, and I disappeared for a little bit because I needed some alone time. I've been flying with her for 2 flights, and she whooped my butt and whatever that word game is, Wordscape again. And she realized I went to the men's room, which, I mean, everybody's got to go, right? And so this is the kind of stuff she sends me. We just had a beautiful conversation, and we should be fine. Your seat is better seat than the window next to me, so they would most likely change, and we can get that together. And she says, true, honey, that's good. Let's try and make that happen. So we finally make everything happen, and we land in Minnesota, and I'm just a little alone time in the men's room and just trying to like get some peace. And this pops up on my phone. Are you having issues? I mean, I might go order a drink. How long are you thinking? I mean, I don't know if that's funny to you, but to me, there's never a moment in the airport that I can get Tracy's principled. My life's a damn mess. You say, Todd, where are you going? Well, I got plenty of place to go. It's because my wife is amazing, and I just want you to learn some of Tracy's rules in life. Do not let people cut in front of you when they know it's illegal. Not going to happen. But when it's mercy, and when you have time, and when you have a place to go, and you're all under control, and you have the check down system, you're not in such a damn hurry, Todd, then you let a lot of people in. Well, how many? Doesn't matter. Just let them all in. I mean, but I don't want to let them all in. Now, if you're on time at the airport and you got to get on, you just get in and you get on a plane, whatever your line is. Do not put yourself in front of second class or coach or main cabin. You know, just relax, take your time until you get into the airplane, and you have to put your bags above, but you didn't get on time, so someone takes your spot, and then she goes off on you because you took the spot above your seat that you should have got there in front of. So maybe you should have cut a few people off to get on the plane so you could sit there and not have to beat down half of the audience in the airplane wondering why is this crazy little woman telling you to get her bags moved. I gotta tell you, my life is a damn mess. Man, I hope you're laughing with me because this is just a little bit. Oh, by the way, baby, would you take a few pictures of me for the social media? Just a few pictures for the social media. You know, honey. Yeah, I'll get to it. That is the worst. This is why I got to have Chad with me everywhere I go because my wife, God bless her, she loves me so much. She is not the best at taking social media pictures. I had some I would put up here, but I don't know where they went. But she'll get a few in if they fit the check down, and we have an hour before the flight, and she's got her Starbucks, and I haven't annoyed her too much. I'll get a few social media pictures. So that's my weekend a little bit. I do want to teach you some things. I do want to love on you this morning, and I want to set you up for the next 4 days. She's amazing. And it's going to be the topic of our first message tomorrow. I'm a damn mess. I'm a damn mess. And I want to explain to you where we're going with all this. I want you to know that good morning, Swede. Good morning, Luther. I'm right there with you about those people. I'm sure you're taking Tracy's side, Luther. You always do. Hello, Madeline. Good to see you. Good to see you. Luther, I'm right there with all those people. Which people? My people, her people? Are you letting people in all the time? I got to know. Or are you kind of just making your way? Let me tell you what, this guy right here, there is no way Swede is putting up with people cutting in front of line. When it's your time to load on the plane, you go, man. You go. Tell me about it, Luther. Debbie, I know Debbie's so, yes, of course. Go, Tracy. Listen, let me tell you something, Debbie. Another Tracy story on the airplane was clearly one time we were sitting on a plane, and this is the other part of flying that there's no rules. Like, they don't write down rules of etiquette to load and not load. You just go, right? They don't write down the etiquettes of the storage bin above your head. You just put your stuff where it's supposed to go, and that's the way it is. And if you put it above Tracy, you better come back and get that crap right now because it's not going to stay there. She's going to put it in the cabin. She's going to put it in the bathroom, but you're not taking her spot. But, man, one time, good morning, Deacon. Good morning, Jason. I always never know how to say your last name. LaCroix, you are awesome. Good to see you, brother. Madeline, good to see you. Oh, man, people are a lot of Jason, Ball, you're on them. So one time we were on, I'm just going to really, Debbie, I wanted to share the story with you because you're so nice and proper. Like, right? We were sitting there, and somebody on the plane literally had a problem with what they ate the night before. Do you know what I mean about that? They literally didn't have. Good morning, David. Tyler Martin. Good morning. Lots of people on this morning. Listen, this person literally just probably ate a lot of gassy foods the night before. And when you're on a plane, David, I know you know the story, but a story of similar. When you're on a plane and you have getting a gas attack from previous nights and you don't have the right medicines or anything, you're stuck in a seat. And everyone's got earplugs in and everything. You just let it rip, potato chip. I mean, you just let the cheese go. I mean, you're just cutting everything. And this person, whoever they were on the plane, really had some baked beans the night before. Man, it was awful. It was so bad. I mean, you're doing this. You're literally on a plane, and you're like, like you don't want to say anything, but you're just like, whoever you are, you can see this is going on, right? You're like, oh my God, you're almost nauseous. It should be illegal because you're trapped and you can't go anywhere. You're buckled in, and all that air is circulating, and you're just trying to filter. Lord knows what's going on. And my wife, check down Tracy. She's like, Todd, I can't take this anymore. I'm like, babe, man, just, you got to tell. I don't know what to tell her because she's already had a bender on the luggage. She already had a bender about letting people in and not letting people in. And she's the sweetest lady ever, Debbie. But she like 30 minutes of this air just about killing everybody. And she finally steps up in first class, nonetheless, looks around and said, whoever has had the bad meal that last night needs to stop it right now or go to the bathroom. I thought I was going to die. I'm like, they're going to kick me off the plane like they did to Lisa Marie. I'm never going to be back on first class. I'm going to lose my medallion status. I'm going to lose everything. And I'm like, yeah, go, Tracy. But the truth of the matter is, maybe it was me. No, I don't know. But at the end of the day, someone got literally a butt chewing because they didn't know how to handle their previous night meal on the plane with Tracy. And so I hope you understand, if you meet my wife on a plane, that there are no rules. They're just kind of throwing around etiquette rules. Good to see you, Jason. Good to see you. Wow, man, lots of people. So I just want to get into you. Like, we've already ran through 20 minutes, and I just want to jack you up for this series called I'm a Damn Mess. Are you? Right? I want to know who of you out there. Let's see. Who do we got? Jason. What do you got to say, Jason? I will have to go back and watch. I'll always be good. David McGaha. Good to see you, David. Lots going on. So I want to just lay out the next 4 days with you guys. And I got a little banner here. My life is a damn mess. And the Ted Lasso show, it just came to me. Ted Lasso show. Listen, great show. Just amazing episode. I think we're on season 3 right now. And he's in his offices. His team's losing again. He always loses. And he's a soccer coach in England, but he came from America. He doesn't know about soccer, but he's a head coach of a major league soccer team. Well, anyways, he's just like, his life is a mess in some ways, and he's walking around asking people if his life is a mess. And I don't know where they're going with that on the show, but I saw it. I'm like, I know where I'm going with this. My life's a damn mess. And I know I got a lot of followers out there, and I really appreciate it. And we just keep growing. I mean, we're growing, out of controlled growth, about a couple hundred a month, and it's all organic. And I want to thank you for that. But is your life a damn mess? Better ask, should your life be a mess? Should you ask yourself if your life is a mess? Should you ask yourself, is your marriage a mess? Should you ask yourself if your children are messy in your life? Is your business messy in your life? What is a mess in your life? And I would purport to tell you that my life is a damn mess. And I want you to stick, because we're gonna talk about this over the next 4 days. And you guys know how we do this. We're gonna break down the word mess, M-E-S-S, and we're gonna let it rip potato chip. We're gonna have a lot of fun with it. And the reason for the season is that I'm picking on my wife right now is because she is literally the beginning of my mess. She really is. She's amazing. And she drives the car now. I don't even drive. That way I can work on my phone and not be told what to do there. A lot of you haven't probably met my wife, but she is the sweetest thing ever. And she is a principal. She is a check down type C personality. And, she does have principles, and you better learn them if you want to get along, especially on the plane. So listen, I'm going to wrap it up today, and I'm going to kind of give you an overview of what the next few days are going to look like and how we're going to do this. I want you to understand how much I enjoy this whole idea of me having time with you. I'm a damn mess. Are you? I want to talk about that this week. And I want to share some things with you. Yeah, we're going to pick on Tracy tomorrow again. Number one reason we're going to pick on Tracy, she doesn't listen to the show. She very busy. Sometimes I think I make her nervous. She would tell you our life's a mess too. I think if I can swing it, we can maybe get her to come on live and be a guest tomorrow. I think you're going to like to hear what she has to say about air flight tips, about merging lane tips, right? About tips on grace, how to manage a wired differently husband. I'm sure there's a lot there we should probably unpack. But here are our topics for the week. Mess. I'm a damn mess. Are you? Marriage. What are you married to? Who are you married to? What's your partnerships? Where are you at in this flight in life? How are you letting people in lanes? How are you letting them out of lanes? Whose luggage is above you? Who you tell to get their act together on the plane? What are you doing extra in your life? Talk to me about it. Who's the sacrifice of your life? What are you sacrificing for other people in life? And who are we serving? Is your life a damn mess? I gotta know. I gotta know. I really, really need you to know how important it is for your life to actually be a mess. I want your life to be a mess. So let's talk about that this week. ToddSailor.com. Tiki Hut Retreat. Let's get it on, Donkey Kong. Tracy, I love you, man. You're the best. Will you come on the show with me tomorrow? You guys have a great day.